Hey, hello people, my name is Rage, and I think I've got a little bit of Afterbirth mad birth, and that actually just sounds really bad. Basically, I actually want to play The Lost. I know what's gotten into me. You could say that I've lost my way. Guffaw, guffaw, guffaw. Xerneas hounded wombats vexingly, wombats disastrous. Have you not heard of the old parable, the ancient Greek tragedy of the man Xerneas, who found himself with a deep hatred and mistrust for all of the wombat kind, so he went on a crusade to eliminate them from the face of the earth, but he did not realize the tenacity, strength, and skill of your average wombat, and it was his undoing as they slew him. Yes, they slew him. Have you ever seen a wombat with a sword, shield, and armor? If the answer to that question is no, consider yourself lucky, for there are no greater horrors on this earth. But no, I don't know. I got a lot of people like, play The Lost. You've not played The Lost in ages. I was like, you know what? I've not played The Lost in ages. And then someone else was like, you should do a Lost streak. And initially, when I read that, I was like, haha, yeah, good one. And I should learn to fly too. But the more I think about it, the more I think it might be really, really interesting to attempt a Lost streak. Now, don't get me wrong, I harbor no illusion that we wouldn't get to, like, even 3 in a row is pushing it, isn't it? But it could be pretty fun. Not that I'm saying this is the first in a Lost streak, but, you know, I want to posit you guys the question. You know, I'm going to do a little bit of positing to you all. Is that something you'd actually kind of like to see? Well, let me know. You know, let me know on that front. I think that could potentially be fun. Now, I'm thinking about what I said at the start of this. Mad birth. That is the angriest doctor I've ever seen. Give birth already, woman! For the love of God, we have people to see and places to be. You think I have all day watching you put a baby in the world? And, you know, then he gets out his medieval bastard sword. I think, actually, if we had to do a survey and come up with a list of all of the things that would be terrible for a doctor to pull out during a bit of birthing. Yes, I'm calling it a bit of birthing. I think a medieval broadsword is probably up there, isn't it? I mean, is there anything distinctly worse? I mean, obviously something ridiculous like a bomb, but, you know, that's obvious. Guys, don't you know anything? Bombs are obvious in doctor birthing. I don't know. Then I'm imagining a cloning facility where we produce all of our doctors, which actually doesn't make any sense, because they'd either be all terrible or all really good. It wouldn't explain the variance, you know. Guys, I'm sorry, I've not solved the myth of the doctors. Not that there probably is a myth surrounding doctors. I don't think any of you are sat there going, damn, I always wondered where doctors came from, and it seems like no one can figure it out. They're clearly not just people. Either way, I need a list of items from you guys that would be incredibly alarming for a doctor. Even if we ignore, you know, if we ignore a bit of birthing and we just go for, say, you know, you're having a checkup, you're visiting the doctor, you're making sure everything's okay, and he goes, oh, before you leave, 1 second, and then he kind of reaches behind his chair. What is the worst thing that you would least like to see there in his hand, ready? What are you imagining? And, you know, I will be judging you all on this. We'll see how messed up some of you are. God, we're getting so much healing from this leech, and it just doesn't matter. In no way does it matter at any point to anyone. Just doesn't, does it? It's just pointless. So pointless. I'm gonna get them to kill themselves. Come on. Oh, the leech was having none of that. Lost, I do not care for your shenanigans. I am going to bite the crap out of these flies, despite the fact they are clearly in the air and I am clearly on the ground. You think physics affects me, the mega worm? Big beautiful fly is good. You know, he is obviously big and beautiful, but at the same time, he has a habit of killing us. Though I will say, out of all the explosive items that can backfire, he's probably the hardest to backfire, you know. He's probably the one that's least likely going to mess you up. Now, the stopwatch is oh, it's like it was ordained. The prophecy fulfilled. The stopwatch is obviously very good on the Lost. I mean, it was better before Afterbirth, of course, but arguably not, because obviously Lost didn't get the Holy Mantle in Afterbirth, so you effectively have the extra chance of the Holy Mantle, because now when you take damage, the stopwatch activates as you lose your Holy Mantle, so it really is kind of like a final chance saloon, and that's pretty damn cool. Don't fire your things at me. Getting the tier up, actually really good. We've got a fairly large amount of DPS. That was a very fast little dangle being thrown at me there. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that, but we should get him very soon. Go, my leech! Eat that poop! I feel like hose! I feel like hose. I say, Frederick, what should we do today? I don't know, John Stephen. I don't know. What say you we partake in? Why am I even doing this fucking tangent? What? I get it! This fucking tangent, that double meaning. Sorry, I'll tone it down again. Oh, God. What was that? There's just so much wrong. We'll take this, because Holy Mantle is really the only thing you really want angels for on the Lost. Besides, you know, out of all the characters, I think the Lost would appreciate us taking Spectral Baby more than any other, because, you know, he's a little ghost himself, and he likes to help out other ghosts that normally don't get chosen, and that's very nice of him, you know. It's very, very kind, considerate, and caring. This has been pretty well so far. Like we can't deny we found an acceptably, moderately okay set of items for a given Lost run here. Magic Mushroom, the stopwatch, of all things. Careful, big beautiful fly. You need to be very, very careful. We'll kill you off real quick. Yep, looking good. Oh, the green one got blown up. Awesome. That saves me having to deal with it, of course. We'll leave Judgment there. Keep our 2 of diamonds, just in case we find ourselves a lot of money. That spider was very keen. You know, that was a very, very keen spider. Oh, the first Holy Mantle lost. The Ankh. Does changing character make it still a lost streak? Is that actually the rule? Because changing character on Eden keeps the Eden streak, so I guess the Lost would as well. I suppose technically it would, wouldn't it? Because effectively you've just got very lucky, you know? You've just found a very good item for the Lost on a Lost streak. You've just found an item that removes all the negatives of being the Lost, so I suppose technically it would, but what do you guys think? Does fine? Obviously this is just a normal run anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but in the general sense, does it not count as a Lost streak victory if you change character mid-run? Judas' Shadow, Ankh, Lazarus' Rags, etc., etc. I'm not actually sure. I think you could definitely argue for both ways. That was a very quick destruction of the flies. That sounds like an epic film. No, it would be a play, a musical. The Destruction of the Fly, starring the main character, McFlyington. Oh, McFlyington, save me, said the fly in distress. Oh, I'm McFlarrington of y'all will save you, yes, I swear. I'll buzz my way across the day, and I will I'm nearly dead. Oh, God, I need to stop. I need to stop singing. I never thought I'd say this in an episode, but I need to stop singing because it's getting me killed. And there I was, prepared to do a full-on fly heroic-based musical, and I bottled it. I lost my nerve, and I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry. Alright, let's have a quick little look in here. And because I don't have a bomb, we're gonna leave. That seems like a sensible decision all round. Fat bats shouldn't take too much killing. I keep trying to dodge my own big beautiful fly, which is definitely a downside of having it. You know, in an intense moment, at a glance, you could assume it's a normal fly and end up being like, no, and then end up in an even worse situation as you try to dodge it. So there's definitely that possibility. This room, very nice to get on the Lost, of course, because we can actually access the Mushroom Island. Is that not great? There's not really much we need from a chest because we've got Magic Mushroom and we're already flying flying, which basically eliminates the two main reasons you want to open every chest that you can find, which is Cricket's Head and Fate. So, yeah, we're not going to be desperately hungering after all the gold chests. We can afford to be a little more selective in the delectable chests that we want. That was a lot of explosives that headed my way. That would have been a very disappointing way to lose on pre-Holy Mantle Lost, I have to say. See, I don't think Lost Streak are really possible because of Holy Mantle. Don't get me wrong, technically possible without as well in Old Lost, but god damn, can you imagine even getting to even a 10 win streak on pre-Holy Mantle Lost? It is still kind of terrifying, to be fair, playing the Lost. Like, as soon as you lose the Holy Mantle, it is so go time intense that it's not even funny. Okay, the one annoying thing, of course, is that Stopwatch just doesn't help us with some bosses. Mum, in particular, is the one that comes to mind, because her stomp is still going to stomp the hell out of me. I want to wait for maximum money before I, obviously, double up and head to the shop. He's taking some killing. I mean, I know he's a chunky worm, but god damn. Very nearly walked myself into that tier there, but that's okay, and I guess we're away. Chad, oh, that is so depressing. Like, genuinely, really depressing. Little Chad, just awful. If I go in that shop and there is options, well, I'm just going to be mad at myself because it's my own bloody fault. Oh, that was a terrible bit of dodging there. I will admit that was some quite awful dodging on my part. I'm going to have a look in the shop, and then if there's something amazing, we'll double up and buy it. If not, we'll stack up our money for the next floor. Nothing crazy, I would say, though. Actually, I would argue that the teleport is really good on the Lost. It gives you quite a bit of, well, options. It's, you know, it's not the options that we were hoping for, but it is technically some options. That is very scary. I mean, knowing that when everyone slows down, it means I'm one hit away from death is talking about, does it count if I come back as another character? I mean, really, I've now been offered 2 of the bastards. Alright, let's double up and grab the ventricle razor, because the thing is, I'd rather have this anyway, because then I'm never going to accidentally roll the d4 and, you know, ruin everything. So that's nice. I wish it had been coded in so that the Lost, when you use the D4, it specifically ignores Holy Mantle. Doesn't ignore any other item, but it will ignore your Holy Mantle. That way you can actually use it, because it feels such a counterintuitive set of items that you start with on the Lost. I realize the D4 is there to help with him until you unlock the Holy Mantle on him, but it would be nice to be able to double up on your power, you know. I think that's only fair. We don't need to blow up them. Obviously, we've got no use for spirit hearts. Careful, we're going to have him pop up in a second. Yeah, our actual damage output's really not horrendous. We've got a lot of tiers. We've got a fairly reasonable amount of damage. I can't really complain too much. Get rid of them quite nicely. Looking good. Have a quick peek in here. Don't get hit by a spider or all is gone. And then off we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. I love that room as flying. It feels like such a cheat. I almost feel bad for the poor spikes. They were so excited, arranged in their little path, you know, in the perfect trap setting for really a good spiking of enemies, and then someone just whoop, 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 whoops all the way past them, and it's just upsetting, isn't it? Like, they probably spent ages preparing that. They worked for days, their little spiky blocks heart out on coming up with the perfect room layout to maximize their effectiveness. They were in the room editor for weeks before deciding on that as their final decision, and it just, did he survive my entire set of, what the hell is going on? That was quite ridiculous. I'll be honest with you, that was really ridiculous. Doctor's remote, not great. I guess I'll try this, although I don't think a secret room can be against a sausage room, so that's not really a big idea. It's not a big idea. You know, what's the big idea? I don't know. Hey, we do indeed get options. I mean, a little bit late. We're only going to get offered 2 set of options, but still, you know, it's a nice increase on the amount of items we're going to get, because we could do with some more tiers, definitely. This is quite an intense room. I feel like if I wasn't flying, I'd be feeling it a lot more. It's kind of a cool little layout, isn't it? Alright, rolling ball of intestines. Prepare to feel my... He's already felt my wrath. I guess it doesn't help if you taunt your enemy after... Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want anything to do with the cage. I really, really don't want anything to do with the cage. Because even slowed cage definitely could kill me. Like, straight up. He really, really could kill me. And that just... It scares me, you know, I will fully admit that it scares me. That was especially terrifying. I'm not actually sure how I got away with that, and boom! What a surprisingly good frickin' cage fight. Even more tears up, that is fantastic, and I mean, we're taking it because there's no reason not to, but unless losing Holy Mantle counts as damage... This is going to do nothing for us, isn't it? If Holy Mantle does count as damage, couldn't I just deliberately walk through Curse Room doors back to back until I spawn all of the Devil Familiars? Is that something I can do? Because I actually have no idea. I mean, it would be pretty broken if you could, but it does require an Angel Room item to combo with a Devil Room item. So, I mean, how often are you going to get those? You'd think an allowance would be made for something that rare, but you never know with this game. A lot of the time, I feel like synergies are just, we'll see what happens and hope for the best, you know? I mean, whatever works, whatever works. Alright, you need to die. I'm glad the fly didn't explode there. It was a little bit uncomfortably close to me. But yeah, we do have a very, very nice amount of tears here. I mean, our damage is really only magic mushroomed up, so we're on 4, but we are doing way more damage than, for example, yesterday's run with Eve's Mascara at 4, so that's very, very good. And the thing is, we only need to find 1, maybe 2 damage ups to reach that maximum bar because of the multiplier that we're working with. So, you know, we're on the verge of... Ooh, don't mind if I do. A charged chocolate milk shot's going to be pretty damn potent right now. I do like it as an item. Very much lets us specifically place our tiers where we want them to go. A little bit of justice and a crawl space on top. Please be a black market. Why do I never get black markets on the Lost? Like, genuinely, it's so many free items that are just glorious. You can just mop up, and I just never seem to find them. Like, genuinely, I just never, ever seem to. It's so upsetting in so many ways. Okay, there goes the heart. I'm surprised I didn't one-shot the heart with a full charge. I really am. But at the same time, I guess it's not a massive increase if you don't have the prerequisites for it. Lemon party! Not that I know how a ghost can have a lemon party, but I suppose I'll just accept it. We'll say it's his ectoplasm, shall we? I never thought I'd have to explain that away, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. See, I don't know what the correct rate to fire at with chocolate milk. I think it's one of those things that everybody's like, yeah, chocolate milk, an upgrade, but then tend to just use it a little bit wrongly, if you ask me. I mean, I could also be wrong again. We'll grab that for the 5 bombs, just in case. There's not really anything else we really need. I'm only really doing it because it's the last shop. Ho ho, that was scary. I didn't think I was in range. Damn you, Curse of Darkness. I just realized something. We're Curse of Darknessing against the Mother fight, which does mean that I'm not going to be able to see the shadow of the foot, which is a problem, which is a distinct problem, and we got the champion one. Of course we did. Of course we did, though. Actually, you could definitely argue that the champion one is a superior fight to have in a darkness situation, because at least I can reliably know that the foot is going to be trying to kill me a lot. You know, that's something I can at least acknowledge is going to keep consistently happening, though I would really, really love for that to happen. That's very convenient. And there we go, looking good. Now, the reason I put the other teleport hole down, of course, is... please die. Oh my god, you need to die. Whew. That was something. That was definitely something. So what I'm going to do is grab this. We're going to go in the devil deal, and then... get rolled by Krampus, of course, because, you know, that is That is Sod's Law, to die to Krampus after a really intense fight. That is how the game works. So, oh wow, we actually did really well. And we got Lump of Coal. Beautiful. And we're going to go back outside here. We're going to jump in our teleporter to leave the room. Then we're going to place this one again, so we've got the blue one. That's good. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. Then we can go in the boss rush, and, wow, that's really depressing. That's a really depressing free item. And then we can pop out after getting it, and then repeat the process, and then we're finally good. Careful. And, yeah, looking pretty neat. So, I mean, it sucks that we got the rune back, but there are a lot of good runes. And the thing is, I'm not that worried if I die, because obviously we can finish the run as Blue Baby or Lazarus, irrelevant of which one we get. But I would still like to do the run on the character we intended to do it, you know, more bragging rights than anything. I want to be able to scoff at my fellows and be like, I say, did you hear about the time I decided to play the Lost randomly? Yes, that's right, I do need a wheelbarrow to contain my balls. And so on and so forth, because they love it at the country club. If there's one thing I know about country clubs, is that they can't get enough Isaac. That is a fact. That would be really good. Hey, instant Yara. I might have to take it back with this room bag being a disappointment. I mean, especially if we keep this all the way to the... Why did I just take damage? Oh, I'm assuming a worm kind of got underneath me. So where are you, little popper? And you're dead? Good, you're dead. That is convenient. A part of me was about to immediately walk into the curse room before I realized I've lost Holy Mantle, so that would have been very depressing. So I suppose we do want to have a quick look in and then leave. Then very, very rapidly leave. Ooh, this is convenient. Instant boss room. And there goes the first Dingle Dangle. We're actually killing them really quickly. I don't know how much of a help this Lump of Coal is being, but generally it tends to be quite a nice damage up. Obviously, you know, Soy Milk is the best combo with it, but still, this is certainly not bad. And Teratoma. Okay, Teratoma should be fine, honestly. Like, it really should be. See, the thing about Teratoma is if you can kill the little bits over a rock, they don't spawn the spiders, because the spiders is nowhere to spawn. It's kind of a nice way to abuse this boss. Oh, come on! That is bullshit, is what that is. 2 health, 2 health. I mean, we'll take the look up. That's technically better. I don't know how we've got a scab as a ghost, but there are so many womb holes. That's not a sentence I ever want to say again, but I'm not wrong. You know, we've got 3 womb holes in one room. How do we even cope with that? It's going crazy, man. It's just too many of them. Alright, let's have a look through here. That's okay. Oh, careful. Everybody needs to be careful. Got the brain going on in there. Okay. We're alright. We are definitely alright. I definitely have the brain power to get past this room. Nobody's ever made a brain joke. Just literally, categorically, no one has ever joked about brains. You don't joke about somebody's brains. That is so rude. And nothing for us in there. To say we've had 3 curse rooms all game, we've had very poor curse rooms all game, but, you know, that's sod's law. I think now that we've got to the second womb floor, I think we can definitely agree that while we've had some really good items on this Lost run, I think we can also agree we've had some pretty poor to average ones. I think it's definitely been a balanced run. I would say by no means is this what I would consider, yeah, what a Lost run, which is something we kind of need to consistently get if we're going to think about maybe doing a Lost streak. Alright, instantly kill them. That is fine. That is good. I just love reducing eyes to piles of flesh. It's just one of my favorite hobbies, you know. Hopefully we get a final, actually good devil deal when it comes to the mum fight. I don't know why I followed the Gertie Jr. all the way. It's like, yay, we're playing Tig. I want to follow too. I'm having so much fun. I love running everywhere with you. Yay. Yes, rune bag. Keep giving us good runes, but runes that we don't have to choose between and with Yera. That's what I like to see. Are you spawned? Do they spawn meat? Since when do they spawn more meats? I don't actually remember that being a thing. I'm assuming Bombfly had something happening over here, otherwise I don't know why that one is randomly dead. And it looks like we have indeed gone completely the wrong direction. This is why I should have left a teleport at the spawn. I I accept that. That was a mistake of mine. But, you know, at the same time, you gotta try things. If you don't try things, you don't get. And if you don't get, well, then you don't get. I mean, it's self-explanatory. What did you want from me here? Some filler for follicle bullshit? You're not gonna get some. You're not gonna get some filler for follicle. All right? You're not gonna get. Sorry, I'm feeling very aggressive today. I don't know why, but not a bad kind of aggressive. I'm just kind of like in a yeah type of mood, and I don't really know why that is. I do apologize for the higher frequency of swearing, you know, than normal. I mean, although to be fair, a little known fact about me, if you, and I only recommend you do this if you're someone who's very comfortable with heavy swearing. If you go watch one of my videos from 3 years ago, I used to swear like every other freaking sentence. It was actually kind of ridiculous. Like, genuinely, it was ridiculous. I am so ashamed of some of my earlier videos. I really am. Ooh, guppies fly hive. Not bad at all. I mean, granted, I am just going to immediately leave the room again to cancel it all, but, you know, it's nice. That poor chub is like, I really just want to be allowed to kill him. Why can't I just be allowed to kill him? Blank rune, and that did. I don't actually know what that rune was, but yeah, I obviously try and make a conscious effort to have more colourful language where possible. But at the same time, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with swearing. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with any word. As with all language, context is everything, and the meaning behind the word says more than the word itself ever could. I'm not someone who hears a word and goes, you said what? You know, that just doesn't register with me. It's all about context for me. But, you know, that doesn't mean I should apply that sensibility to everyone. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe it was a needless conversation to have, but it's one that I had with you anyway. So, you know, there we go. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay, so hopefully we can get through It Lives with some rapidity, because otherwise I just know I'm going to take a damage, and then I'm going to panic while everything's slowed and somehow get hit again, and it's going to happen, and yep, there it is. It's happening. It's happening. Guys, it's happening, and I don't know how to stop it happening. There's a spider next to me. There's another spider next to me. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave, because the thing is, I have no need to try and finish the fight without Holy Mantle, have I? I've got no reason to try and do that. So why would I? Why risk it? Why not just keep resetting until I do it perfectly? That makes sense to me, right? I think that's a okay thing to go for here, especially as we can one-shot the eyes. That's the big issue for me here. Alright, actual gap in these tiers, that's nice, because I swear sometimes they just simply don't have a big enough gap for you to get through the tiers. I mean, maybe that's just my fault for choosing the wrong one to try and get through. I completely accept that may be the reason. Did not suddenly expect the turret beam. I'd completely forgot It Lives could even do that, if I'm honest with you. That was a very suddenly extreme thing to happen there for me. Oh! Holy moly, how did I not take damage there? Like, genuinely, I am very, very unsure as to how I got away with that. But look, see, we did it. I think I made a very sensible decision, not actually committing to that fight. So, to the Cathedral, I am really, I have to say, genuinely pleased with myself that I have managed to get to the Cathedral on a random lost run. I really, really am. I mean, what are you guys' opinions on it? Like, I know it's brought up through awkward. Is it awkward? It's not really that awkward, is it? Ooh, passage does nothing. I was hoping for it to let me skip the Isaac fight, but I suppose we're not allowed that. But yeah, I would love to know your guys' opinions on language and swearing, and not just swearing, all types of language, really. Like, what's your ethos on it? What are your values? What do you hold? Because there's quite a lot of... That poor thing just got exploded twice in quick succession. I really feel bad for him. I'm going to explode my way through the Cathedral. That's why I've been holding on to all my bombs. It's a very sensible and easy thing to do on the Lost, especially with Holy Mantle buying you an extra little bit of time in each room. Part of me wants to kill this room, but the other part of me wants to leave because I am not Holy Mantled up anymore, and that is a problem. I'm doing the long way around just because I don't want to risk dying, because I know how good he is at just killing me, and it's really upsetting. Ooh, a little bit of purity. At least we get rid of the curse of darkness so I can, you know, see what's going on. If we get 9 lives, I'm going to laugh so much. Oh, we don't. That's a shame. Would have been really funny, though. Okay, we got 9 bombs. Oh, no, we just made some bombs. Lovely. I love spawning a dude and then immediately exploding his face off to reveal that he has somehow stuffed actual working explosives inside his very being. It's like, how have you even done that? But yeah, let me know your opinion on language in that way in general. I think it's a very interesting thing to discuss. That was absolutely terrifying in so many ways. 48-hour energy. Okay, if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to pop back out into the other room here. Like, what was that? Excuse me, long legs. I really have no need to be here. I'm very sorry. Ooh, please, black market. No, come on. Like, really? That is so disappointed. Yeah, that trinket is so disappointed. I mean, I can just see the Hercules all over him. If you don't know the Hercules Disappointed, do any of you remember the classic TV show Hercules, the live action one? You know, it was cheesy, it was good, it was okay. For those of you that remember it, that's what I'm referring to. And those of you that don't know it, you should look this up once I've told you the story. Basically, the actor that played Hercules, you know, he looked like Hercules, he was kind of burly, but apparently not the smartest kid in the classroom, you know, not the sharpest needle in the sewing bag. And the script called for his character in one episode to be disappointed. You know, it just told him, you know, in this scene, Hercules is disappointed. Try and portray to the people watching that Hercules is disappointing. Oh god! Again, there's no point us. Woohoo! This is a back and forth now. There's no point us committing to the fight unless we get to the beam phase with Holy Mantle intact. That is definitely what's going on. So the script called for his character to act disappointed. So it said in brackets next to his line on the script, disappointing in all caps as well. And basically, he read that and thought it wasn't directions on how he should be acting. He thought it was literally part of the script. So after him saying his line, I don't know, someone's been captured or something, and, you know, it's sad for his character, and, oh, fuck. God damn it! This is gonna be one of those fights, isn't it? Instead of just saying his line disappointedly, which admittedly he did, at the end of his line, he then kind of looked around in the area and literally yelled out the words, disappointed! And since then, it's obviously become a very viral, well-known clip of him just completely missing the fact that it wasn't a thing on the script that he was actually supposed to read. It's quite amusing to watch. So once you get a moment, you can go have a little YouTube of the Hercules Disappointed clip, and welcome to the enjoyableness that it is. That was very terrible of me. I can't do it, guys. I just can't be Isaac. Why can't I get to the angel phase without the holy beam phase, even without taking damage? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I know I could keep fighting through the stopwatch and all, but, you know, there's no point. There's really, really no point, because it doesn't take long to attempt to push him into the beam phase. It really doesn't. We'll hopefully get rid of them. Shouldn't be long now till we get to it, I don't think. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Don't summon them again. And that should do it. Get to the good bit. Yeah, see? All it takes is a little bit of persistence, you know, a little bit of willpower, a little bit of willingness to get the job done. And, oh, careful. And that's pretty damn cool. Don't accidentally now, please, for the love of God's self, don't accidentally... Ooh, I thought he was doing the thing. Thank you, big beautiful fly, for sorting us out there. That was definitely about to be a huge mistake on my part. Mistake! Ooh, careful. I think now, even if I get hit, I'll probably try and finish the fight. Just because I should at least be a little bit confident in my ability to defeat Isaac after all this time. You think I could defeat Isaac in my sleep? Sometimes I do. I mean, I have all sorts of crazy dreams. Ooh, we do actually take damage at the end because I was too happy he was dead and kind of walked my ass forward. That would have been a crushing actual loss defeat, wouldn't it? All right, to the chest. I am going to be so pumped if I pull this off. without going to... Ah, well, looks like we're blindly taking 8 bloody items. Oh, guys, look, the red question mark. That's one of the best items in the game. Yeah, Loki, Leo, that doesn't matter. Health up, that doesn't matter. Wow, what a terrible left side. All right, can the right side impress? So far, no. No, the right side cannot impress. Nope, and nope, and wow. That is probably one of the 8 worst items I have ever seen appear on the chest. Like, genuinely, can you guys agree? Like, is that not one of the most crushingly disappointing set of 8 items that you could ever be offered on the chest? Because that is just abysmal. It really is absolutely abysmal. I don't even really know if I can deal with that. I mean, the butt bombs on top of Big Beautiful Fly is kind of nice because he's AoEing down rooms whenever he explodes. That's not bad, but for the most part, that was just tragic. I mean, I guess I should just keep bombing this fight in general, because it's just going to keep cleaving down all the various spiders and maggots and just little bits of filth that inhabit this long-ass room. Scorpio, at least that's a tangible upgrade, you know. At least we got that going for us. That's probably one of the only tier upgrades we've had all game. We've had a couple tiers up in Magic Mushroom, so I suppose our tiers haven't even been that good. I'd say this is a below average run, and we're managing to complete it as the loss, so that's really impressive to me. Like, I have to say. Also, why am I dodging the Chads in one of the most dangerous fashions possible? I like to live on the wild side, you know. And we get 8-inch nails. That's at least something, you know. That's a damage up. That's good. God damn, we got there in the end. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to kill Blue Baby. I mean, again, we'll probably go for the reset repeatedly tactic. It seems to be the way. Yeah, passage doesn't do anything on this floor, so that is fine. Spam out our nails a little bit. I do love the nail tiers. They're so good. They really nailed it with that item. I shouldn't be that happy about that, should I? But I am, you know. I really am. Okay, he is gone. At least there's more items. That's always good. Really? Frickin' pad and then bra. That is just depressing. Alright, well, may her rage bring me strength, as it was foretold in ages past. Okay, there is a surprising amount of tears being fired. I don't remember Blue Baby ever firing this many tears, but that's okay. We can totally... No! Son of a bitch! I mean, it's not a big deal. I can just do the fight again, but now it's slightly harder because we don't have... because now we don't have the tarot card to go with it, and the whole thing is just so depressing, and, you know, it's my own fault. I forgot it was there. Granted, I was dodging, so if I had... I can't. These are the world's most double-edged portals I've ever seen. Oh, God. Alright. Note to self, stop dodging out the room. It looks cool, but it's not effective. Alright? It's just not effective. Or at least not effective as you want it to be. That's what we could say here. Let's go up there real quick. Looking good. Alright, we've managed to make him go on the move, which is always good. I think at this point we should be okay, especially as Big Beautiful Fly will pretty much clear all of his little flies. And short of him literally teleporting on top of us, now that we've got stopwatch, we're basically just going to hammer into him. And he didn't teleport on top of us, worryingly close to us, but no, I think we can safely say, yeah, I actually did a random loss run. I'm pretty impressed with myself, if I do say so, well, myself. Alright, guys, like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I'll see you for some more Isaac-y times. I want to do more random varied runs, I do, and just for the sake of the funsies, honestly. But yeah, my name has been Rage. Oh, good boy.